What's up, my Mind Your Money business folks? It's me yet again with another video. Today's stock market news. I'm a little late. Nonetheless, hopefully you guys are in the market, as I always say, instead of trying to time the market, because the market did pretty good today. So let's get into today's news. It says here that stocks rise to kick off May as Microsoft and Meta rekindle the AI trade. So let's get into what the news is saying. So stocks rose on Thursday after strong quarterly results from two big tech players eased concerns that artificial intelligence progress would slow amid economic turmoil. So the Dow Jones Industrial Average climbed 83.6 points, and the S&P 500 gained 0.63%. And nearest levels from before President Trump's Liberation Day tariffs announcement in early April. So the Nasdaq Composite increased 1.52% and wipe out the decline it experienced since April 2nd, which is good because when I checked my portfolio this morning, it was very green. And I also invested money today. So that was good. So investors fears that Trump's tariffs and a downturn in the U.S. economy would threaten AI trade were assuaged after Meta platforms posted stronger than expected revenue in the first quarter, with Meta's chief executive Mark Zuckerberg saying on an earnings call Wednesday that the business is well positioned to navigate the macroeconomic uncertainty. And I remember the last time that Meta gave earnings report, Mark Zuckerberg talked about the enormous amount of money that they were investing into AI, and it caused the stock to decline at that particular time. So it's good to see that the stock, or not just the stock, but the company is doing well, and they're pretty much seeing results from their investment of all that money. Thumbs up to Meta. So Microsoft also reported top and bottom line beats in the fiscal third quarter. The company's executive said during an earnings call Wednesday that they expect capital expenditures to rise from here as they continue to expand data center capacity, remarking that cloud and AI are the essential inputs for every business to expand output, reduce costs, and accelerate growth. Now, you also need to be aware of the fact that NVIDIA is the leader in AI. Yeah, they're the leader in the semiconductor space, creating the production of the chips, right? So those results sent Microsoft shares up 7.6%, while Meta advanced 4.2%. Information technology far outperformed the other 10 sectors in the S&P 500, up more than 2%. And I would take that because I'm pretty much invested in these companies, right, in my S&P 500. Like, I don't have them individually, but they are within my SPLG S&P 500 ETF. So few stocks are truly immune to Trump's tariffs and trade war, but AI is a lot less impacted than investors currently believe, said Jed Ellerbrook, portfolio manager at Argent Capital Management. We're early in the very steep growth curve right now, and that goes for AI infrastructure. So denting Thursday's bullishness somewhat was a jump in weekly jobs claims to 241,000, more than the Dow Jones estimate of 225,000. That jump exacerbated further concerns about the economy after the weak first quarter gross domestic product report earlier in the week, and raises the stakes for April's non-farm payrolls readings on Friday. So we got to pay attention to that. So in the previous session on Wednesday, the S&P 500, hold on, let me see something. Okay. In the previous session on Wednesday, the S&P 500 and the 30 stock Dow posted gains in volatile trading coming back from earlier losses. At the day's lows, the broad market index was down more than 2%, while the blue chip Dow lost more than 780 points. Okay, so that was from Wednesday. So traders were initially shaken by weak economic data from the Commerce Department showing that GDP fell at an annualized pace of 0.3%. It marked the first quarter of negative growth since quarter one of 2022. So economists polled by Dow Jones had forecasted a 0.4% gain. So investors looked past the dismal results and began buying back into the market late in the session, right, resulting in a rebound into positive territory for the Dow and S&P 500. So that's good. That is good. So Wednesday marked the final trading day in April in which stocks were first whipsawed after Donald Trump's reciprocal tariff announcement on April 2nd and the subsequent suspension of the highest levies. So at one point during the month, the S&P 500 briefly slipped into a bear market, falling more than 20% from its February record high, before recapturing some of its losses. So the broad market index wound up ending Wednesday about 9% off its record close. So still the comeback couldn't save the S&P 500 and the Dow from a losing April, as they slipped about 0.8% and 3.2% respectively. The Nasdaq composite, however, advanced 0.9% in the period. Yeah, okay. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, Meta did pretty good. Also, tech giant Apple posted better than expected earnings after the close on strong iPhone sales. Amazon shares declined in an after-hours period. The cloud and e-commerce company's second quarter operating income came in below Wall Street expectations. So both of the Magnificent Seven mega caps have found themselves in the crosshairs of Trump's trade offensive. Yeah. McDonald's pointed to the fallout from tariffs from consumers as it posted a first quarter earnings miss and slump in U.S. sales. Americans are grappling with uncertainty, the fast food giant CEO said. Shares fell more than 1%. So also on Thursday, new data showed weekly filings of unemployment claims hit a 2-month high at the end of April, while continuing claims hit their highest levels since November 2021. Also, Beijing has reportedly signaled that the U.S. has reached out to China to initiate trade talks, despite the White House insistence that President Xi must make the first move. At the same time, officials have hinted that Trump's administration is closing in on announcing a first batch of trade deals. So yeah, so that's it for the news for today on the stock market. So let's see what some of my stocks have done today. So my S&P 500 ETF, SPLG, gained 49 cents today. I'll take that. Closing out at $65.69. My information technology ETF, FTEC, gained $3.07 today, closing out at $166.28. Tesla lost $1. Let me double check. Looks like Tesla lost $1.64 today. Yeah, they did. Closing out at $280.52. Palantir lost $2.24 today, closing out at $116.20. Nvidia gained $2.69 today, closing out at $111.61. Broadcom gained $4.86 today, closing out at $197.33. And that's it, people. As always, lower your debt to income ratio, get out of debt, get rid of that personal loan debt, student loan debt, car loan debt, credit card debt. Just get out of debt. The more money you have going out to debt equals the less amount of money you have to invest in yourself, into your retirement, into a home, into any assets that can make you money, right? If yeah. Again, start living below your means. Put away that 3 to 6 months living expenses once you get out of debt. Pay for your kids' college as soon as you get out of debt, or while you're getting out of debt. Start giving, start investing more in yourself. And yeah, that's it. Oh, disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor, nor am I pretending to be one. So please consult with a financial advisor before you invest any of your hard-earned money. So I'm going to get off of here and go outside. It's sunny. It's like, it's late here. Well, late in the day. It's 1 p.m. It's 1 p.m. and I'm off work today. All right, so you guys, yeah, I think I'm going to walk down to the beach. All right, so you guys take care. Have a blessed day. Yeah, that's it. All right, peace.